In the world of snakes, there is a name that always makes every other creature wary. Just its presence alone is enough to make the surrounding space tense. King Cobra, with the nickname Snake Hunter. They do not hesitate to turn their own kind into their meal. When venom and predatory instinct become one, what will happen? Let's explore. King Cobra versus Cobra. Under the dense grass, a giant silhouette slithers silently. When the hood expands, the hunter reveals itself. A cobra is moving, completely unaware of the danger tailing behind. A decisive bite is launched. The prey is locked tight right in the middle of its body. The king cobra patiently holds tight. Instead of constricting the prey, they use extremely potent neurotoxin. The venom quickly paralyzes the respiratory system. The weak resistance gradually sinks into hopelessness. When the victim is subdued, it loosens its grip to readjust the position. Swallowing from the head is the safest way. The scales will lay flat, not causing choking in the esophagus. The process takes place slowly. The expanding jaws pull each segment of the snake's body into the stomach. This large meal provides enough energy for the predator to survive for many weeks. Spitting cobra versus viper. On the arid ground, a spitting cobra silently tails its target. In just a blink of an eye, the hunter lunges forward. It launches an accurate bite. However, instead of frantically fighting back with venom, the viper only tries to slither away. Observing closely the bulging belly, it can be seen that it has just swallowed a large prey. The full state makes its reflexes become sluggish, but also unintentionally creates a fleshy cushion protecting it against the enemy's bite. The cobra patiently maintains the bite force, trying to find a weak point to finish it off. But the heavy weight and stubbornness of the viper have caused a major obstacle. After many unsuccessful approaching efforts, the predator realizes the opponent is out of its league to be subdued immediately. The battle ends in a stalemate, where the hunter has to accept leaving as it cannot break the passive but effective defense of the target. King Cobra versus King Cobra. Under the decaying leaves, a life and death battle silently takes place. The massive predator has embedded its venomous fangs tightly into the victim's body. But the small prey does not give up easily. It tries to escape the bite at all costs. The survival instinct always creates extraordinary efforts. However, the hunter is very patient. With the amount of venom in each bite 20 times more than normal snake species. Facing a king cobra is exactly facing death itself. The venom is slowly seeping deep, completely extinguishing all resistance. When the opponent is completely paralyzed, the winner slowly releases its jaw joints. Snakes cannot chew. Their flexible jaw joints must expand to the maximum. Each slow contraction pushes the victim entirely deep into the stomach. In nature, sometimes cruelty is the only way to survive. King Cobra versus rat snake. On an old brick wall, a rat snake cautiously probes. It opens its mouth wide, creating a defensive posture, seemingly realizing the major threat from the opponent facing it. It seems the rat snake is trapped in the corner of the wall. With the situation of neither being able to attack nor escape, the tiny prey risks its life threatening that giant's. The king cobra does not hesitate, quickly dragging the prey down to the ground. On the ground, the rat snake struggles fiercely, trying to slither around to find a way to escape. But this resistance is completely useless before the overwhelming power of the cobra species. With nearly 700 milligrams of venom secreted in each bite, it will only take a few minutes to make the prey completely paralyzed. Eagle versus king cobra. Amidst the silent space of the forest edge, two apex predators accidentally meet in a rare confrontation. One side is the power from the sky, the other is the terror on the ground. The eagle lowers its center of gravity, keeping its wings slightly closed but ready to explode. Every small movement of the opponent is carefully calculated by it. Before the venom-carrying weapon, the eagle is forced to be more careful than ever. There is no pouncing, only a suffocating silence. The eagle waits for a loophole to lunge at the nape, while the king cobra is ready for a lightning-fast counterstrike. And when safety is threatened, the best choice is exactly to leave. King cobra versus pit viper. Under the water current, the king cobra is tracking the scent of another hearty meal. It is a pit viper. The predator silently closes in. Suddenly, a lightning-fast strike erupts, biting tightly onto the opponent's body. The pit viper coils itself and struggles fiercely. Having no claws to hold the prey, the attacker turns the water current into a weapon. It drags the opponent down the stream to drown it. In nature, knowing how to utilize the terrain is exactly the key to victory. Cobra versus puff adder. The cobra is silently tailing a prey that it rarely wishes to confront in nature. The predator slithers forward from behind, keeping absolute silence. with an attacking speed twice as fast as its own. The puff adder is the one making it truly apprehensive. Suddenly, the cobra launches a testing bite into the middle of the puff adder's body. The strike happens in a flash, seemingly to probe the armor and reaction of the prey. The cobra immediately turns its head and slithers away quickly. It decides to retreat instead of risking a direct confrontation with this highly dangerous enemy. Snake versus iguana. On the volcanic rock field, the snakes begin to hunt. They slither close to the ground, patiently searching. Far away, a young iguana is moving. With its keen tongue, the predator sniffs out the target. The snake silently tails it, utilizing the terrain. It slithers forward and seizes the opportunity when the iguana slips into a narrow crevice. The tiny animal tries its best to resist, clinging its claws tightly into the enemy. But with its small body, it is no match for the veteran predators. The siege tightens, ending the hunt. King Cobra versus dog. A tense confrontation takes place. Two domestic dogs accidentally encounter a dangerous foe. The cobra immediately rears its upper body and expands its hood wide. In nature, this is a visual defense tactic. The hood helps it look larger, forcing the opponent to falter. The dog barks continuously, but absolutely does not narrow the distance. Its primal instinct warns it of the deadly venom hidden behind that rearing posture. Instead of rushing in blindly, it moves around to probe. The snake does not run away. A sudden retreat at this moment could trigger the chasing instinct. They are still confused, not yet finding a way to control this opponent with a very long body. In the animal world, not every battle ends with biting and tearing. Sometimes, caution and knowing how to assess risks are exactly the keys to survival. King Cobra versus King Cobra. Few expect the longest venomous snake species in the world to be the most ruthless cannibal. And the target today is a king cobra individual that has just shed its skin. The new scale layer right now is still too soft, along with a body completely depleted of energy. Under the decaying leaf carpet, the hunter silently slithers forward without making any sound. Grasping the exact moment the opponent is weakest, it lunges a bite, burying its fangs. The deadly venom immediately collapses the respiratory system, extinguishing all desperate struggling efforts under the dry leaf carpet. What you have just watched shows that in nature, survival always comes with harsh rules. For the king cobra, venom, size, and adaptability are exactly the factors helping them maintain their status in the ecosystem. If you find this video impressive, hit like, leave a comment sharing your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel to continue exploring many other surprising wild stories. Thank you for watching until the end. See you again in the next journey of the natural world.